So earlier today, I was on the security detail. This is pretty much how I was dressed. I have my duty belt on me, my firearms here, extra magazine. So there's something I want to share with you. When I go in these locations, I always check to see where I would grab cover compared to concealment. There's cover and concealment. Cover would stop incoming rounds. Concealment is a place you just hide. So I always look for places like that. Well, this is what happened. I'm with a guy that basically he's handling valuable items, and my job is to secure him and secure the scene. So I noticed this guy walking up today. He had on a hoodie. I picked him up from across the street. He's walking across the street real fast. We had just pulled up. He had his right hand in his pocket. He had on that hoodie. So my first thing is always you've heard me say awareness buys time. So I was aware of the guy coming in. I always have a plan. So you as a civilian should always have a plan, right? So I knew, okay, if his right hand is in his pocket, he could possibly have a firearm or some type of weapon, and he could be coming to rob us. That's a possibility. Or he could be coming to access what we was working with on that location. So as the guy got closer and I pinpointed him, it was probably about 50 feet. I'm like, hey, we're not in operation right now. So he says, huh, but his hand is still in his pocket. So at that point, I had already moved my hand to my gun and I was standing just like this. And I had moved closer to cover. So I'm talking to him right here. So if he pulls out a gun, my plan is to get behind cover, draw my firearm if I have to, and I can take care of business. I have cover that's solid that stops incoming rounds. That's my plan, right? So you have to have a plan when you're out and about. You have to have some type of training. I highly recommend that. If you don't have training, anybody can have a plan, right? So I have training, I had a plan, and I do have experience, so I was calm, right? But let's say when I gave the guy commands that, hey, we shut down right now, let's say he kept walking towards me, right? And he kept his hands in his pocket. He never took them out. So if he would take his hands out, it's a different situation. Because always remember, it's the hands that kill you. So if you can't see the hands, you don't know what they have. And giving yourself space. He was about 50 feet away. And when I told him we shut up, he turned and he walked away. So everything's good. So I want you to have a plan when you're out and about, especially it's New Year's Eve, right? Have fun, be safe, have a plan. If you can, get some training, and it'll help you out. And training in firearms, you can get firearm training, self-defense training, even just reading a book or watching different scenario videos, that's considered training. Y'all have a happy New Year.